So you have this offer letter that's from a university, and they're inviting you to be a part of their elite organization. You have admission, you have these goals, and you think you've just won $1 million. Okay, take care. And then you just exhaust all the selfies and all the hashtags that could be available on social media. So what happens after that? I'm going to tell you. Welcome to Pink Zaira, and my name is Pinky, and this is episode 1 of How to Thrive and Survive as an International Student. Bhai, for all those Indians who leave your homeland and go to any country, and I mean absolutely any country to study, bhai, your life is not going to be like Karan Johar ka movie. Take care. So it's not, I haven't seen Student of the Year, but I've seen the trailer, so it's not going to be like that. So please do not have this unrealistic notion that bhai, your life is going to be like a bed of roses when you leave home, because you're very sheltered at home. So what are the key things to remember when you leave home? Admission ho gaya. Hopefully you have your immigration, your visa sorted out, because that's critical. That's a very critical step. Once all that is taken care of, what's next? You book your tickets, but you actually have absolutely no idea of what to do. So let me give you some pointers of what you should do before you leave home, before you're leaving your nest, while your parents are like, yes, Jan Chutti Bala Tale, at least for a little while, because your parents have worked hard. Hopefully, if they are paying, if you're a mature student, you'll know how to use your finances. But if you're a younger student, you're using your mummy daddy's money, please know that you have to be very mindful of every dollar, every pound, every whatever it is that you're spending. You have to be very mindful. So here are some key things to remember when you leave home. Before you travel, at least a week before your departure from your home, be sure that you are fully packed. Don't leave it until the last moment, okay? Because I've seen from experience, everyone just rushes up until 48 hours before. They are not packed. Don't do that. Be mindful. Plan everything. Get a good haircut, okay? Be sure that you have read, you have studied the weather of whichever country is it that you're going to. I'm now going to just keep saying that. So let's say, for example, you were coming to the States, and it's going to be the January intake. It's going to be cold. It is going to be cold. So make sure that you have the right clothing. And I know when we leave home, we want to take all the khakra, fafda and papris and chakri and dhokla and I don't know what not. I mean, I'm a Sindhi, and I remember once taking koki one time. The first time I left home, I took a good supply of cookie. So try to not do that. Have enough food at least for the first week. Wherever you live, whichever country you live, there are a lot of instant food type things, in packets. For the first week, you're only on survival mode. Okay, once you've done that, be sure that you don't have a lot of unnecessary. Take a pressure cooker if you're an Indian, or if you come from any India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, any country you come from. If there's a pressure cooker, get a pressure cooker. Don't get a huge supply of utensils, because you can get those. You can get those in wherever you go. Go to the dollar land, go to pound land if you're going to the UK. If you're going to New Zealand, just go to whatever $2 store, and that's where you'll get your supplies from. Don't overload your luggage. Okay, be very smart, be very mindful about your luggage allowance, because you do not want to take the whole of your country and family. And trivial things such as photographs and novelty items, leave them at home, because you're not going to live in the house anymore. If you want to take photographs, take electronic photographs, take them in your phone, use your smartphone. Don't overload your luggage, because you're going to have to pay a heavy price, because when you actually move to your dormitory or whichever living arrangement you have, it's going to become hard for you to handle those things. 2 bags max. 2 bags, I'd imagine two 25 kilogram bags, 50 kilos in total, or it's equivalent to approximately 100 pounds, give or take. Even that's a lot. I mean, you're not moving a whole village. Next thing to take into consideration is your living arrangement. Now, if you are in alignment, in communication with the university, at least for the first semester, be sure that you're living with living in the dormitory, because it gives you a good idea of the area in which you are going to study, and eventually when you get a job, you are able to mind map everything. So and also it's a good opportunity for you to actually meet more people. When you are living in the dormitory, you'll make friends, you'll acquaint with people, you'll know who's your clan, and then you will be able to move out with them at least for a semester. Is it expensive? Yes, it is actually a lot more expensive. So do your research. Be sure, or there are a lot of universities that provide you with house guests, like I don't know what the term is. I believe they're not foster parents, of course, but they are families that if you want to live with families, they can accommodate you for as long as you want. Some wouldn't. It's not something I would choose. I would rather live in a dormitory and then find your clan and then move into an apartment or a house, and that's how you enhance your living situation. Don't do a lot of unnecessary shopping just because you think, oh. And the worst thing you can do is when you go to a foreign country, anywhere, it doesn't matter which country, whenever you go, you can convert. Oh, because I'm an Indian, I was born in India, so I can say what I want. I'm not going to hurt my own feelings, right? So as an Indian, about 18 years ago, my mentality was, this would be a lot cheaper in India. Why should I pay £1 here? But it's not like that. But you can't physically deprive yourself of something, food or any item which is a basic necessity at the time, because it's cheaper in your country. So get that mentality. The conversion that we do, get that out of the way. Good haircut. Do not overload your luggage. And in the process, and also know that as you move along, you will get help. So don't panic, you will get help. But I want to tell you, when you get help, when you find that person who's willing to help you, give you knowledge, information, who's going to take you, who's going to walk you through your journey, because sometimes you're the only one who has to go through your own journey. No one else is going to walk that path for you. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Always be grateful. You may be spoiled, you may be lord whatever in your own country, but when you are in another country, nobody cares. Take care. So always remember that, because I know as millennials you think, I've aced it, the world is my oyster. No, you actually have got nothing until you actually prove yourself, until you've excelled academically. Find yourself a job. Don't be a burden on your parents. Find a job. Be within the guidelines of your university. Very important. These are some very critical things that we don't realize when we're leaving, because we think, hashtag leaving home, hashtag academic excellence, but it's not like that. So just very basic things. Keep it light. Okay, move into a dormitory. Find your clan, meet good people, learn about where to shop from, or in fact there are a lot of websites. So if you are going to a country, I can speak about the United States, I can speak about the UK, even Canada for a little bit, and New Zealand and Australia. If you're going to any of these five countries, there are websites that I know that are easily accessible once you're there. But don't make these arrangements while you're in your homeland, because you can't get that help. Communication is always going to be very hard. Haircut, don't overload yourself with food. Don't take your kakra, papra and dokli, and don't make my mistake. Don't take a lot of cookie, okay? I mean, I miss my mom's cookie, but what the hell? What can I do? And don't take novelty items. 1 pen, 1 pencil, 1 book. Get a laptop. Be sure that you have a smartphone. Make sure you have a laptop. You are going to need these things for your university. And as you move along, you learn so much more. You'll know exactly what to do. So the money that you spend in your home country on buying bakwas ki cheeze, unnecessary things, use that in the country in which you will be residing and studying. Okay, and there are, as we move along, there'll be, and a lot of us, I don't know how to tell this to you, a lot of us have long distance relationships. We leave our girlfriends and boyfriends. It's all cute and pukey. Yes, I said cute and pukey at the same time. I know it's rhetorical, but know that your energy is to be, your energy has to be used in more productive things. You've come so far, you've gotten admission, you're going to a different land. Don't let trivial things, unnecessary people, unnecessary relationships cloud your judgment. Okay, never let that cloud your judgment, because you are there, you're leaving your home for a reason. So leave all this bakwas and just focus academically, focus on your career, focus on be mindful, self-actualization. Have a sense of self-policing, because when we are new to a country, we don't know the culture, but so be very mindful of what you're doing. These are the things nobody's ever going to tell you, because you think you're just going to ace whatever the hell you want. It doesn't work like that. On that happy note, I'm sending all you students so much love. Good luck. Padho, please study, because education is important. It doesn't define you, but it is very important. On that happy note, I am going to say you either drink, you drive. Don't do both. Don't be a douchebag. Try to be a little kind to each other. Take care, you guys. Bye.